Welcome back, guys, for today's class. Sorry for the delay. I was waiting for the clearance, and the clearance is now. So guys, remember yesterday we really did a great job of preparing you for the other part. So now today now need to prepare for the second part, and if you have any question, you let me know so that I can smash the question and then we continue in a good way. It's M.SAIDI as usual. Let's start so that we are able to finish up everything. Remember yesterday we finished, so we said that we're going to talk about genetics, and we finish up the other part of evolution. However, if you have any question, you let me know. Thank you so much, guys. I see a lot of people have been talking. Sibongile, I see you guys. All right, let's start, guys, without wasting time. Share the video to others so that others can also benefit. All right. Okay. Let's start. Okay, let's start our all right. The first question. We really did this question, but we can try to redo it so that those who are not here, they're able to. Yes, I'm seeing people from Skyline. I see people from. Hey, we must do. Are we done with evolution? Faith, we have not done with evolution. We have not started yet. We have just starting now. Yes. I see a lot of people from Skyline. Thank you so much, guys. Who is this? Prada. Hey, all right. Where is the pretty? Where is Tyrene? All right, guys. We say that any question concerning about a pedigree, obviously there's gonna be a pedigree. The pedigree is gonna be there, and then they're asking you. It will depend on. It must either be autosomal, yes, can be dominant, autosomal, recessive, yes, or sex-linked dominant or sex-linked recessive. So in this case, they have to mention it. If it is sex-linked, they have to mention that it is sex-linked. If it is non-sex-linked, they have to mention that it is non-sex-linked. You understand? All right. So in this case, they said it's sex-linked, which is caused by a recessive allele. So it means that I have to use X and Y, X and X for the case of the female, because they say that is sex-linked. If you don't see sex-linked there, please don't use X and Y. Do not use X and Y. If they want you to know that it's sex-linked, they will ask you, is it sex-linked or non-sex-linked? You understand? If they don't mention it. But for sex-linked characters, they will mention that this is a sex-linked character. Even if they put something which shows that this is a male, this is a female, make sure that you don't put that as X and Y. All right, let's start. The first question here, we say that what is represented by a square. We say that sometimes we don't give you a key. Even here, we didn't give you a key. So the square is what? Is male. Whenever you see a square, it means a male. And then a box means what? Sorry, a circle means a female. Anything which is a circle, it means a female. So we continue to the next question. What are they saying? How many generations are represented? So we just counted the generations like this. So those are 3 generations. Give the offspring. Give the offsprings of P and Q. Yes, they can even ask you what's the offspring of S and T. So automatically is this, and this. So in this case, P and Q, the offspring, let me clear up, the offspring of P and Q is this and this. Sorry, that's the parent. So they had what you call sex or marriage, and then you produce this, and you produce this. So these ones are just people who are what? Got married to that family. Yeah. We go to the next question. Give the letters only of the female who are hemophilic. Remember, this is caused by a recessive allele. So since this is caused by a recessive allele, anybody who is shaded is affected. Is hemophilic. We don't say is affected. We don't say is affected. We don't say is sick. No. We say is hemophilic or is color blind, like that. We go to the next point. We go to the next question. They are saying that genotype of R. We say that this is just a small recap of what we said yesterday. Genotype of R is here, but R is normal, and also this one is normal. So it means that this is a male, and then this is a female, XX, of which the male, since it is normal, so it's capital H, while the female can either be XX, capital H, or X, small x, capital H, small h. You understand? So this means that these two could be the genotype of this, but they produce a kid who is sick. So to know the genotype of the parent, you have to look at the kids. So automatically, since the kid is a male, okay, is a male, not a female. Since the kid is a male, what's happening here? Since the kid is a male, so it means that this is sick, is hemophilic. So is hemophilic. That's why it's shaded. So it means that this came from the father, and then this must come from the mother. So if it came from the mother, obviously the mother can't be like this. So the mother is like this. So the genotype of R is gonna be X, capital H, X, small h, because they have a kid who is sick or who is hemophilic. Yes, Mbalenhle. So he must live with what is guys, we're gonna go to cloning. If you want cloning, stay on the channel, we will reach there. Yes. All right. Mbalenhle, my spokesperson has said it. Please wait. All right, thank you so much, Mbalenhle. We are saying that, sir, I'm not sure how to count what. All right. All right, we continue. We go to the next question. Now, this one is caused by a dominant allele. So they said it that. Did they say that it's sex-linked? No. However much I see Lee, Tom, I see Ben, I see Zoe, I see Vicky, I see Ashi, Sam, I know that this Tom is a male, Lee is a female. I can't use X and X. I can't use X and Y. No, because they didn't say that this is a sex-linked. Please don't say that. That is a sex-linked when they have not said it. Don't use X and Y if they have not said that it's not sex-linked. All right, let's continue. Someone is saying that doesn't know how to count the generation. Okay, let me ask the same question here. How many generations are shown here? This is the first generation. Just draw a line. Second generation. This is the third generation. So those are 3 generations. We continue to the next question. What are they saying? What are they saying here? They're saying that since this dominant allele, so it means that the person who is affected with this disorder must not be shaded. If he is recessive, the person who is shaded must have the recessive allele. If it is caused by recessive allele. If it is caused by dominant allele, the person who is shaded, if it's caused by a dominant allele, the person who is shaded, it means that that person is sick. No. The person, yes, is sick. Meaning that if they say that it's caused by recessive allele, yes, the one who is shaded, it means that is the one who is sick. Meaning that it's going to have the recessive alleles. If it's caused by dominant allele, in this case, the one who is having shaded is the one who is sick, and this person is having dominant alleles. You understand? So now the one which is not shaded are the one who are going to have the recessive alleles. So you need to understand that. All right, now let's start and answer the question. What is meant by a dominant allele? A dominant allele is an allele which expresses itself in a heterozygous state. For example, I have capital R, small r, I have capital R, I have small r, small r. Capital R is complete dominant over small r. So, when you look at capital R complete dominant over small r, it means that this person will be capital R. If capital R is for red and the small r is for white, this person is going to be red. So, the dominant allele always masks the presence of a recessive allele. That's why you say that a dominant allele is that one which expresses itself in the presence of a recessive allele. So, a dominant allele is that allele which expresses itself in a heterozygous state. I think you are getting it right. We got the next question. Give the evidence from the pedigree diagram that cadicil, whatever, I don't care, is caused by a dominant allele. What shows that this is caused by a dominant allele? Obviously, they have said it. They have said it is caused by a dominant allele. But they want something which shows that from the pedigree that this person is caused by a dominant allele. So we can see it here. We see it here that Tom is sick with this disorder. Don't just say sick. And Lee is also affected with this disorder. They produce a person who is normal. You see? So if this was caused by a recessive allele, for example, small d, let me say small d, small d, small d, small d, how will they produce a dominant allele, capital D? Never. They can't. So here, the person who are sick with the disorder, they produce a normal person. It means that the condition is caused by a dominant allele, meaning that these two were heterozygous for the condition. So that now they produce that, and they produce that. So it means that this small d came from here, and this one came from there. And then this one came from here, and this one came from there. You see? And then this one maybe came from here, and then this one came from there. You see? So, Tom and Lee, who are affected by the disorder, that disorder, you have to mention it, they are able to produce normal babies, who is Abel and Bob. Yeah, so it shows that it's caused by a dominant allele. How do you master these life science skills like... Marty! Yeah, Marty. Marty, don't forget, my humble request, you have to be able to pass, you have to be able to master this and become better than me. That is our goal. You know that. That's the goal we are looking for. You have to be better than me. Let's continue. We continue. I know you can do this. You can do this because you are younger than me. Your brain is still fresh. So let's continue. Some is homozygous or heterozygous. Is some homozygous or heterozygous? Let me check and see. Where is some? Some, is it Samuel or Samkelosiwe? Is Samuel. Alright. Some, they're asking me here, the question, is some homozygous or heterozygous? We need to look at the babies and find out, is some homozygous or is heterozygous? Alright, so some, let's try to do a small bet and then we see. If some is capital D, because it is, the some is having the disorder, and the disorder is caused by a dominant allele. So automatically, some is supposed to be with a dominant allele somewhere. If some is capital D, small d, or some is capital D, because we want to know whether it's like this or is like this. But some married Ash, who is small d, because it's normal, and they produce all the kids small d, isn't it? So is some homozygous or heterozygous? So if one child has small d, came from there, the second can't come from the mother, will come from the father. So if some is like this, automatically I won't be able to get this small d, the second small d. Then automatically some is small d, is capital D, small d. So capital D, small d, because of the babies. Guys, you must always look at the babies. Automatically, it makes us to be some is heterozygous for the condition. All right, we continue. We continue to the next question. They're saying Sam and Ash are planning to have another baby. Another baby. How do they plan to have another baby? So they are thinking to do something. I don't know. Okay. Let me ignore. Let me just read the question. Let's continue. For that reason, let's drink a cold drink or water for that. Let's continue, guys. Life is nice. Alright, use the genetic cross to show the percentage chance that newborn babies will develop into a person with disorder. The disorder, I don't care. Where is Sam? Sam is in the second generation. They want to produce the second baby. So in this case, I have to do my P2 is in the second generation. F2. So in this case, when you are marking, we come here. The moment you do it like that, you don't think about anything, we give you a mark. Make sure that you write P2, F2, or P1, F1. All right, we continue with the sum. Then they're saying that phenotype. We write phenotype here. What is the phenotype of Sam? They say that Sam have another baby. So I go back and check Sam. Sam who is Sam, or let me use blue. Okay, guys, let me just use the whiteboard. So I'm gonna say P2 F2. You see? Then they say that phenotype. You write the word phenotype. Then genotype. You start with the phenotype. Don't start with the genotype, Buffet. Then meiosis. Meiosis must take place so that we produce the gametes. Because you can't have gametes without meiosis. And then after that, what is next? We have fertilization. And then you have the F2 offsprings. So now I'm gonna come here and then check out. They're saying that Sam who is Sam is having the condition. So I'm gonna say the genotype. So we mark you here. We give you a mark there. We give you another mark there. You see. So now this third mark is Sam who is with the condition. Let me say the condition that cadacil. Yes, crossed with with why? With who? Sam. Where is Sam? Sam and Ash. Where is Ash? Ash is normal. So Sam crossed with Ash, who is normal. Yes. So remember that Sam is heterozygous, is capital D, small d. Remember, it's not sex-linked, so don't use X and Y. Crossed with Ash, who is Ash, is small d, is normal. So it's caused by a recessive allele, is normal. So meiosis must take place. When it takes place, don't forget capital D, small d, and then small d, small d. Don't forget that these are gametes. You can separate them by a comma or dress them up, because I told you that they are not at the beach. They're not at the beach, because it's at the beach where they put things to be naked. All right. Just 1 second. Second here. Just 1 second. So guys, you are getting the question. Are you getting the question? Okay, just 1 second here. Just 1 second here. All right. So All right. So what I was saying that just a moment. Sorry for that. It was just a small technical issue. So they're saying that, so if we continue with our question, we see that, where are you? We see that, now, you can use a Punnett square here. There is a mistake you guys do, when it comes to this. There is a mistake which you do, of which I don't want you guys to say anything about it. So there is condition which you do, and I want you guys to solve this problem. If you use a Punnett square, use your Punnett square, no problem. But there are some people who don't want to use a Punnett square and they end up crossing it wrongly. So what do you do? Put a dot, put another dot there, put another dot, put another dot. They must be in the same line. They must be in the same, yes, they must be in the same line. Some of us, you are writing business. So you're gonna do that, cross with that. So it's gonna be capital D, small d. Then this with that. You see, it's gonna be capital D, small d. Then this with that is gonna be small d, small d. You see, they're able to be on the same line. That with that is gonna be small d, small d. You see, all of them are on the same line. Now you tell us that you have the two of them are the phenotype. The phenotype, we're gonna have two. They have the Cardassil condition, and the two, they are normal. They don't have any Cardassil condition. But what was the question? The question asked you write the percentage chance of what? Having the condition, meaning that I'm gonna say the percentage chance is gonna be 2 out of the total, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 4 times 100, so which gives me 50% chance of having that condition. So when you are marking, we mark with the sum. We call them some compulsory mark. There must be some compulsory mark which you're supposed to fulfill in that regard. All right, we got the next question. What are they saying now? They are saying that baby was kidnapped from a hospital immediately after she was born. 15 years later, it was discovered that Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, who were raising her, were not the biological parents. Mr. and Mrs. George, and then whose baby was born around the same time, claimed that she was their child. Okay, the blood group below shows the families are shown. Okay, blood group, you guys, I talked about blood group yesterday. We're saying that how many genes control blood group? Obviously, it's one gene called blood group. How many alleles control blood group? We said alleles are 3. 3 alleles. Allele, whatever. All right. We continue. Go to the next point. Explain why. Name the individual whose blood group shows codominance. So codominance is being shown by AB, ne? Yes. Explain why Mr. and Mrs. George could probably or could possibly be the parent of this child. Mr. and Mrs. George. Remember, the child is blood group O. So if the child is blood group O, it means that it's like that. And Mr. and Mrs. George, no, they won't penalize you. They are saying that if I write promise is asking, if I use a Punnett square, will they penalize me? No. You can use a Punnett square or you can just use a cross. Yeah. So now in this case, they are saying that this one is blood group O. So this means blood group O. And then the two parents is blood group B and blood group A. So automatically, this person is blood group B, A, and this one has blood group B. Can A and B produce O? Yes, because sometimes blood group A can be homozygous or heterozygous. Blood group B can be homozygous or heterozygous. You understand? So if it's homozygous, if it's heterozygous, automatically if it's like this and this one is like this, so it means that this will form that, and then this will form that, and then they produce a kid who is blood group O. So automatically, yeah. Yeah, guys, it's not peanut, it's punnet. It's not peanut. Guys like to eat peanuts, ne? All right. No one is gonna ask you what is the spelling for that. All right, sharp. Explain why the use of blood group for the parent test is not conclusive. We have answered this question before. Those questions I gave to you guys. They are here, so you have to do all those questions so that you're able to. You see that question is there. Why is it that blood group is not conclusive to do to confirm that this is the parent of the individual? Is because many individuals share the same type of blood group. Slow down, sir. Slow down. Okay, I'm slowing down now. I'm going to slow down. Oh, you know me. Sometimes I forget that I'm on live. Sometimes I think that, sorry guys, ne? Alright, so I'm saying that explain why the blood group for the parent test is not conclusive, because many individuals share the same type of blood group. So who is the father then? We don't know, because many people are sharing the same type of blood group. Cool. Use your knowledge of sex chromosome. Explain why sex of the child is determined by the male gamete. Yes. Obviously, we want to know that the sex, gender, of the child is determined by the male. Why? So we know that females are XX. So these are females. Ne? While males, so now we are writing, females have 2X chromosomes, while males have 1X chromosome. Isn't it? One mark. Now we start. If 1X of the female fertilizes the X of the male, yes, the individual is gonna be XX, and it's gonna be female, isn't it? And then now, if the other X of the female, yes, fertilizes the Y of the male, the individual is gonna be XY. So this person is gonna be a male. So it means that always females they submit, or they always children inherit X chromosome from the mothers, while males can either be X or can be Y. So females have 2X, X and X. Males have X and Y. Okay, 2 marks. If the X of the mother fertilizes the X of the mother of the father, the individual is going to be female. If the X of the mother fertilizes the Y of the father, the individual is going to be male. You see? So then you conclude to us that females are always children always inherit an X chromosome from the mother. So it means that there is nothing change. Whether is a boy or is a girl, from the mother is going to be an X. So what is the difference? What makes the difference is when the father brings the X, then the gender is formed. When the father brings the Y, then the gender is formed. That's why the gender is being determined by the male gamete, not the female gamete, because always the female, they will bring the same thing, whether it's for male or for female. It's only the male gamete which is being was on prelim on Limpopo. Yo, it was hard. 1.5.4. Oh, I didn't know. So that's what you're supposed to explain. Okay, we go to the dihybrid cross. Remember, in the dihybrid cross, sometimes we bring a table for you, but in this case, I didn't bring a table. In summer, a summer squash plant that is homozygous for white and round fruit, heterozygous for white and round, is crossed with homozygous and yellow. But I need to know, they're saying that white is dominant, so this is dominant, and then over yellow, so the yellow is small b, and then they're saying that round is capital D, dominant over oval, this one, so it means that small d. They're saying that state the genotype of the parent one, because they say that in summer, in a summer squash plant, the homozygous dominant. Okay, it means that they are homozygous, capital B, and round, capital D, crossed with yellow, which is small b, and what? And oval, which is small d. Give the genotypes of the parents. Obviously, it's this. They are looking for this. That's the genotype of the what? Of the parent. They're saying that the phenotype of F1 generation. So automatically, if I cross capital B, and capital D, and then with the small d, with the small d, small b, with the small b, small d, all of them are going to be, when you cross all of them, it will be capital B, small b, capital B, small b, and then capital D, small d. All of them are going to be like that. Why? Because this one is going to bring a capital B, then this one brings a capital D, then this one brings a small b, and this one brings a small d. That's why they are like this. So basically, the genotype is going to be like that. Then we are saying that two plants were heterozygous for both characteristics. It means that they were like capital B, small b, capital D, small d. But two of them, meaning that they crossed again the same thing. Show the possible genotypes of the gametes. They want to see the gametes. Okay, let's find out the gametes. If I have capital B and the small b, and then capital D, small d, how many gametes are going to form here? They are supposed to be 4. So this is going to go with this. So it's going to be capital B, capital D. Now this is going to go with the small d. It's going to be capital B, small d. That's done. Then now this one with this one with this is going to be, let me do like this. Now I'm starting. Now this one with this is going to be small b. No. This one with this is going to be small d, capital D, and then now this one with this is going to be small b, small d. You see. So why is the small b starting before capital D? In this case, those are two different alleles. If they were the same allele, if it was b and the small b, so I start with the capital letter. You understand? But since these are different alleles and the order was B, so I continue with what? With the B. All right. Someone it's not pre-recorded. You guys, why do you like to pre-recorded thing? It's not pre-recorded. If you want to ask a question, ask me. I'll answer. Yeah. You wanted to pre-recorded? Okay, I'll record and we'll post it. All right, we continue, guys. So if you have a question, let me know. It's not a pre-recorded. Yes, it's a live. All right. They're saying that both parents match cross if the farmer or okay. Now they're asking a question. Give the possible. Remember, in a dihybrid, we don't ask you to do these genetic crosses. Let me show you. I'll show you here. Yeah, in the distinction material book. We don't ask you to do these things. I think I've gone so far. I've gone so far. Yes. They don't ask you to draw this. If they want to do that, maybe they will eliminate this. They will eliminate this. They will eliminate this, and ask you write the genotypes there. So it's gonna be this with this, then this with that. So you write it. If they want this, they will tell you the same thing. This with this, then you write it there, and then this with that. Then write where they cross. Check where they meet. You're right. If it is this, it's gonna be this and then this. You see, if it's this, it's gonna be this and this. You see? Yeah, simple. I will post it. Obviously, it's gonna be posted. The moment I end the live, then the live is gonna be stay online. We got the next question. What's the next question? The next question is saying that give the possible genotype for both parents must when they are crossed. If a farmer wants the squash that squash that are white with oval fruit. I'm giving you 2 minutes to think about it. To think about it. After that, we start that. All right, 2 minutes to think about it, and then Yeah, who got the answer? Who got the answer? Who got the answer? Let me see who got the answer. Someone saying that yes, 2 minutes, obviously. Now done. What time did you guys start? We just started now, so just join and then get your bite. All right. We're saying that give the possible genotype of both parents that must be crossed if the farmer wants the squash that with white. Now I need to find out who is white. White, who is white? White is white is what? Is dominant, ne? They said white is dominant. Okay, white is dominant. So since I know that white is dominant, capital B wants to cross from a squash that are white with oval. Is capital B, and then oval. Where is oval? Oval is recessive, ne? Yeah, they said white is dominant here, and then let me clear up. I don't see properly. They said that here white is dominant, is capital B, and then oval is recessive. So it means that what they want here, they want white with capital B, and then oval which is small d. All right, so they want give the possible genotypes of parents that must be crossed if the farmer wants the squash that are white with oval only. Yes, so now it means that my saying capital B, someone is saying that capital B small d crossed with capital B small d. He said that capital B small b, and then capital D small d, and then another cross with that. It's only one. So if you cross with that, will you manage to get that? Get an example here. This is the condition. So you are saying that it's supposed to be like that. If you look at the genotype of it, looks like that. But now the question is asking you, give the genotype of possible, give the possible genotypes of the parents that must be crossed if the farmer wants the squash which are white. Then automatically, if it's white, it must be capital B, white. So I must cross capital B. So even the mother or the other one must be capital B, isn't it? Yes, because they said they want only, this word only. So it means that these two, both of them, because if the moment I put a small b, there, it can, and then I put another small b here, then it could be a problem. You understand? Yes, so it means that it's gonna be capital B for this. If this is the father, this is the mother. Okay, all right. And then how do I get this? Then automatically it's gonna be small d. So that's what they want. Thank you for trying. Someone said capital B small d and capital D small d. Yes, even that one can be. So it's gonna be capital B, small d. That's one. Or both of them are supposed to be like that. Or if one is having a small b, capital B, small d, then the second one must be capital B, small d, so that the second b can mask this, can mask that recessive. So I see who is this? Tapero. Yes, your answer is what? Is correct. It can also be correct. Mpo, your answer is a little bit supposed to be adjusted to this. So you need to first look at the babies they have produced, and then see how possible to form this. So if these both of them are BB, then automatically the parents are supposed to be BB. If both of them are DD, then automatically the parents are supposed to also be DD. But because B is dominant over small d, then if one parent has a small b, then the second parent can't be with a small b, because once they combine, now they're going to produce another individual. So we are saying we go to the next question. What is cloning? Let's look at that. The diagram below shows the genetic engineering process. A donor cell that was taken from a muscle and then a champion horse to create the new offspring. All right. Let's continue and then find out. They're saying that the genetic engineering process shown above is cloning. Name the process which is being produced by B. If you look at B, they said is a gamete, is an ovum. So how do we produce the ovum? Is oogenesis or meiosis. Remember, we said that when meiosis takes place, we say that when meiosis takes place, you form the gametes, you see. So it means that it's meiosis which makes the gametes to be formed. We go to the next question. Why is the donor cell extract from the champion horse? Why do we have to remove the champion horse? Why do we have to remove the donor cell from the champion horse? Because we want to produce an offspring which looks like a champion horse. Yes. And then they are saying that explain why the nucleus of the donor cell is used. Check, because what happens, anything which is obtained from the body apart from the ovum, anything which is produced from the body apart from the ovum is going to be 2n, and then this one is going to be 1n, you see. So now this one is going to be 2n, and then now the nucleus is thrown away. Here the casing is thrown away, so that now we remain with the nucleus, here we remain with the casing. Now after that we combine the two using the mild electric shock. We use an electric shock which is mild, and then you form something like a zygote. Something like a zygote. It's not a zygote, but something like a zygote. So now the question comes, why should we have to, the question is asking, let me see. Explain why only the nucleus of the donor cell is used. Why do we have to use the nucleus of the donor cell? Why should we have to use the nucleus of the what? The donor cell. We have to use the nucleus of the donor cell. Why? Because it has the genetics. It has the genetic material from the champion horse, whose characteristics are interested in. We are interested in the characteristics of the champion horse. You understand? Yes. So it means that we have to use the nucleus, because the nucleus is the one which determines the characteristics of an organism. So since we want the characteristics of a champion horse, so we have to use the nucleus of the champion horse. So that's why we threw away the nucleus of the ovum. Why? Because we are not interested in this. We are interested in this. And the baby who is going to be born is going to look like this one. All right. We continue and say that explain why. Okay, we done that. A somatic cell has 64. Okay, 64. When you say somatic, remember this is the body cell. This is 1n. So automatically this is 2n. This is 2n, and then this is 2n, and then this is 2n. Yes, it's only this one which is 1n and this one, but we threw away the nucleus. So this one will look like a zygote. Why? Because if this is the ovum, this is the 2n, and the casing is the ovum. I always ask you, if you pour water in the bottle of alcohol and you drink, someone sees you, are gonna say that you're drinking what? Obviously you're gonna say you're drinking alcohol. But if you pour alcohol in the cup and you drink, we're gonna say that you're drinking tea. So the casing does matter. Why should we keep the casing? So that this structure looks like a zygote. Remember, when you are doing this, you have a sperm, and then you have the ovum. Then the nucleus of the sperm fuses with the nucleus of the ovum to form a diploid zygote. You understand? The nucleus of this is the one which is going to go inside. The other part will remain out. So the zygote will have the nucleus of the ovum and the nucleus of the sperm. But the outside part, it will be the ovum. So that's why here, the outside part is the ovum. The outside part here is the ovum. You understand? But the nucleus is 2n. Remember, it's 1n here, is 1n. And after the zygote is 2n. So if you look at it, this one is 2n, and the outside part is ovum. So it looks like a zygote. That's why we keep the casing of the zygote. We throw away the nucleus because we're not interested in the characteristics. While here, we keep the nucleus because we're interested in the characteristics. And this nucleus is from a cell body, is from the body cell. So which means that it is diploid. You get it? Do you get it? If you don't get it, you can't forget about it. You have to first write and you forget about it. Ne? Yes. All right. We continue and then you say that how many chromosomes are there, will there be in structure A? So, okay, structure A. Where's structure A? Structure A is here, but we said it's diploid. So automatically it's going to be 64 because they said it's 64. Ne? They said is what? Is 64. Ne? 64. So it's going to be 64. Then the second question, in ovum, automatically ovum is haploid and it was 64. So divided by 2. So it gives me 32. So it's going to be 32 because it is haploid. Haploid means half the number. Then we go to muscle cell D. Muscle cell D's are diploid cells. So it's going to be 64. Explain why the ovum labeled C cannot be regarded as an ovum, as a gamete. Why this is not regarded as a gamete? Why? Because this thing is 2n and the gametes are always 1n. You understand? It's in the diploid state and gametes are always haploid. All right. We got the next question. Describe the process of cloning. State why the ear cells was used, not in the ovum. State why the donor cells was taken from this, not give me the disadvantage. Just need to note the advantage, the disadvantage of by tech or cloning is the same thing. So this is an extract. No one is gonna bring about exact extract like that, you know. But describe the process of cloning. Yes, that one. Here they gave you. But if you look at this, I stipulated it properly here. Stipulated it. So those are the advantages and disadvantages they're talking about. Stem cells, we talked about them. So this is the process of cloning. Yes, it will depend on what are they looking for, or it can be this. You see, this what we have been explaining is the same thing. You see that this one is sheep 1, sheep 2, and then what is the sheep looking for? Looks like this. It means that the nucleus of this must be kept because we are looking for the characteristics of this, because this sheep resembles let me do like this. This sheep resembles this one, so automatically it means that 2n and then this one is 1n, the ovum, and this one is 2n. So automatically, since I want the characteristics, I'm gonna keep the nucleus. Here I don't want the characteristics, I just want the casing. So that's why I throw away the nucleus, I keep the casing. And then now after that, I combine the two using the mild electric shock, and then now this one looks like a zygote, is a 2n, and then now you produce we insert this into this sheep, which we call the surrogate mother. So automatically, even this one, if they are to ask you how do we call this sheep, this horse, it is a surrogate. Horse. So guys, I think that is it. Let's go to genetics. Evolution, not genetics. All right. Will you do CPF method? I think I should give you a link for this so that you are able to read it properly. Like in paper 1, I provided it. And those people who wrote paper 1, I know that you did not regret based on what I gave you on this. Ne? Yeah, so that you can read it yourself and then you make sure that you don't let me down. All right, let's continue. Let's continue, guys. All right, let's answer these questions very fast and then we conclude. All right, they're saying differentiate between hypothesis and a theory. A hypothesis is just a tentative statement that can be subjected to be tested. It can be tested. It's not yet tested. We have not yet approved it. Yes, but a theory is just a description of a phenomena, which is a description of a phenomena which has been supported with the facts. It is supported with what? With the facts. So we call it a what? A theory. Then they are saying that modification by descent, how do you call that? Those are homologous structures. Modification by descent. Modification by descent. Able. Paper 1 we finished. You don't. They are looking for this modification by descent. You see, from our distinction material book. Yes, modification by descent. Hey guys, if your sisters, your brothers have not known about the distinction material book, you better use it because it guarantees you the distinctions. All right. Then they're saying that modification by descent is homologous structures differentiate between continuous and discontinuous variation. When we say about continuous variation, is a type of variation where there is a range of characters. There is a range of characters. There are some who are very short, medium, very medium like that, and extremely tall. And the extremely tall, there are few. Extremely short, there are very few. Those who are medium are a lot. You see, it's continuous. It's a range of characters. Give examples. All characteristics you are born with and they keep changing. For example, shoe size. You were maybe size 1, now you're size 20. The length of the hair. You are born short like this, they are now very long. Look at the skin color. Some of you are born yellow bones and now you are originals. I call them originals. Yeah, because whenever you do, you go back to darkness. Yeah, like me, me, my skin is dark. I like it. Right, so like, so meaning that me, I always tell people that I was born yellow bone, and then others were born like you are dark skinned like me, and then you magic yourself using gentle magic from ShopRite, and then it keeps changing. So if it keeps changing, there's those who are too dark skinned, light skinned, yellow, they call them yellow bones, others you call them Fanta, so it means that it's a range of characters. Whatever you do, as long as you are happy. Yes. Anyway, that's it. We continue. So that is a range of characters. Height, someone saying height, yes, automatically height. You are born very, 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 very small and short. Now, you see? So it means that you are, it's a range of what? Characters. Then we continue. Give examples of discontinuous. Discontinuous, the type of variation where there is a clear cut between the two. You are either tongue roller or non-tongue roller. You are either male or a female. Don't tell me that these days they change, let them change. But the way you are born, either male or a female. Even if you are born with the two, one will be much more dominant than the other. So it means that you are either this side or you are this side. What about blood group? You are either blood group A or blood group B. Weight. Someone is saying weight. Weight is continuous, because you have those who are too much heavy, medium, what you call them portable, what others call them whatever you call them, I don't care, as long as there is a range of characters. You understand? Some are a little big, they take medication to become small. Others are small, they take medication to be big. So there is a range of characters. You understand? But if you're blood group A, you can say that I wish I'm blood group O. You are blood group A, you'll die that. So discontinuous, you can talk about the characteristics. The examples. State Lamarck's law, two laws for Lamarck. It is law of use and disuse, obviously, and law of inheritance of acquired characteristic. But they say the state. So it means that you have to state it. You have to state it. Meaning that the more you use the structure, or the more frequently use the structure, the more it becomes better adapted. You understand? And if you don't use it, it becomes smaller and finally disappears. You understand? Hey, please don't use your structures. Guys, don't say ShopRite. I didn't talk about ShopRite. Okay. I didn't say anything, guys. What happens in Las Vegas stays. We continue. Guys, can you please listen to what I'm teaching and stop talking about the ShopRite thing? All right, we continue. We go to the next part. They say the second law is the law of inheritance of acquired characteristic. That is that the characteristics developed during lifetime are passed to the next generation. The characteristics obtained during lifetime are passed to the next generation. That is the law of inheritance of acquired characteristics. So we are saying that give two differences between Lamarckism and Darwinism. This one you have to be knowing it. Let me just use the distinction material book and then we conclude that. So you can have this. Lamarckism, we say the variation of offspring occurs when the individual in the population change. Individuals in the population. But here, variation in the offspring are inherited. Let me just keep quiet because you're gonna quote me here in the word. The variation, Lamarck says that when which one should I say? If you have a small head, it means that you want it. Darwin said that you have a small head because you got it from your parents. You have a big head, yes, because you like it. You just squeeze it and maybe, or you just make it big and Darwin said that you have a big head because of your parents. That's Darwin, it's not me. I'm just talking about what. And I've not asked you which type of head you have. You understand? So that is it. So, and I don't mean the big head in size, in terms of size. I'm talking about there are some people who are big headed. So maybe I'm talking about that. So don't quote me wrong. Because you don't know what I'm thinking. All right. Change because of adaptation to the environment. We change. For example, if I want to be tall, I just stretch myself and I change, so that I can be able to fit in the environment. Darwin says that no, we change because of natural selection. If the environment wants short people and when you are tall, you're a problem, you'll be eliminated. Out. If the environment wants tall people and when you'll be eliminated. So it's the nature which determines. So take a screenshot of that and then talk about the differences between Lamarck and Darwinism. We continue. Punctuated equilibrium and gradualism. Punctuated equilibrium. How is punctuated equilibrium differ from gradualism? So punctuated equilibrium, remember, it has long periods of no change with the, let me first draw it. It has short periods of rapid change. From here to here, the period is just short, you see. And all this, nothing is changing. Long periods of no change, check the period of change. And short periods of rapid change. Long periods of no change, so it is like a stair. So it requires short time for them to change. Short time for them to change. But gradualism, Buffett is gradual. I told you, quote me wrong, don't quote me wrong. If you go to ShopRite and you magic yourself, you buy your Gent Magic, you magic your face. Today you apply, tomorrow you apply, the other day you apply. You might not see the change. After 1 week, you start to see the change. But guess what? If someone leaves And after 3 days he comes back, we will see that, oh, there is a change. We remember that picture he left you with. And then when he comes back, you see that, oh, you have already magicked yourself. So there is a change in the face. You see? So it's gradual. You won't see it. So let me show you here from the distinction material book. And then maybe it can save us what? Can save us time. Someone is asking me, where do I get the distinction material book? You get the distinction material book from the videos. You'll see there on the videos, there is a part which say join. Yeah, when you have when you click on more, you're watching the video, but you click on more, there down there is a part which say join. Then you join there. That's where you can access the book. All right, look at this. This is gradualism. It keeps on changing slowly, but this one is punctuated equilibrium. From here, from this point, just changes rapidly. Then it keeps the same way, changes rapidly. Change from here to here is just rapid. But for this rate, from change from here to here, it took a lot of time. From here to here, it took a lot of time. Basically, here we have intermediates in gradualism. While in punctuated equilibrium, we don't have intermediates. Yes. All right. Someone saying the terminologies are there, guys. The terminologies are there, guys. Please take note that the terminologies, you just, whatever you want to do, just search, and then someone saying that I skipped the question. I've seen it. No, okay, don't worry, I'm gonna go and then talk about it. So they are saying that, why is Lamarck's theory rejected? Why is Lamarck's theory rejected? Lamarck's theory is rejected because there is not enough evidence to support his theory. But you don't write it in the exam like that. You tell us that there is not enough evidence to support or to show that giraffes stretched their necks to become long. There is not enough evidence to show that the snakes lost their legs because they were not using them. You understand? There is not enough evidence to show that the elephants had long trunks because they were using them frequently. So there is no evidence to support that theory. That's what it means. Then number two, organisms don't evolve because they want to evolve. So we say that organisms evolve because of natural selection. Yes, this is the thing what is saying, that there is not enough evidence to show that acquired characteristics are inherited. You understand? And then organisms did not evolve because they want to evolve. Organisms don't evolve because they want to evolve. Thank you so much, Mr. Neo or Mrs. Neo. I don't know is Mr. or Mr. So I didn't know that I skipped the question. All right. So we're done with that. So describe how artificial selection is different from natural selection. Basically, the major difference here, artificial selection, we select the organisms which have desirable characteristics to interbreed. So in this artificial selection, we don't manipulate genes. Yes. We don't manipulate this. We don't manipulate this at all. We just give the chance for those which are having those organisms which have the characteristics, we give them a chance to have sex. We have to have the interbreed. While this other one, in natural selection, organisms will be selected depending on the nature. The nature will determine which organism to survive. The one which is best suit will survive. In other words, in natural selection, nature is the selective force. While in artificial selection, the person is the what? Is the selective force. We go to the next question. Describe how selective breeding occurs. How is selective breeding occurs? Selective breeding occurs. You explain our selective breeding. Here is artificial selection. Please, you need to know about that. Selective breeding, for example, of a cow. So what do? Go to the herd, select that organism which has the desirable characteristics, the characteristics you are looking for. For example, production of milk, production of meat, production of maize with big meal cob. So whatever they are asking you. So they're saying let let only those cows reproduce. The one which have ability to produce milk, give them a chance to have it. To have what? You know it. Give them a chance to have it. When you have it, when they have it, they reproduce. And then after that, select those offspring that produce most milk. Now once they produce babies, they're gonna be those who are able to produce most milk, and those who can't. Those who can't, just sell them. Eat the nyama bafetu. Eat the nyama. Nyama. Eat. And then leave those ones which can produce milk. Those which can produce milk. Now let only those offspring which can produce milk to reproduce again. So give them a chance to do it again. You see? And then keep repeating this process until you get the desirable characteristic. So that is selective breeding of cow. So it's the same story for these ones, the same story for these ones, the same story for these ones, same story for everything. Yes. All right, guys, why are you talking about Ronaldo? Are you going to write life science tomorrow? Haibo. Neymar. Haibo. All right, we continue. Neymar has the money. Ronaldo has the money. Wait, now, how much are you having now? And this is your money. Anyway, I'm not Nigerian. I don't know how to speak like Nigerians. We continue. Okay. They're saying that what is speciation? Speciation is the formation of new species. Formation of what? New species. What is a population? A population is a group of organisms of similar characteristics of the same species. They're able to interbreed to produce a fertile offspring. They are living together in a particular area at a particular time. So since they're of the same species, it means that they have similar characteristics. Of these organisms are of the same species. These organisms, they live in the same area at a particular time. So they become a population. So what is a species? A species is a group of organisms that are able to interbreed to produce a fertile offspring. Yes. Then they're saying, describe how new species are formed using a geographical barrier. You can talk about many examples, you see. They brought this question last time, open like this. So, let me explain it here. Again and again. All right, they're saying that there was one population. You talk about if they bring it can be one population. There was one population. Okay, it's one population. Understand? The population is divided into how many? I don't know. It can be 3. It can be 2. You understand? So you have population A, population B, and population C. Guys, these are still populations. They are not yet species. What separated them? Maybe a river. You understand? So there was one population of what? You tell us. One population of, you have to apply. This is an application question. So one population of, let me say, one population of flies. One population of flies. The population is divided into 3 by a river. You understand? Into 3 subpopulation by a river. Then there is no gene flow, meaning that there is no sex between them. The gene flow. No gene flow means that there is no sex between them. So there is no gene flow between the population. The population will experience different environmental conditions because they are in these different areas. So they experience different environmental conditions. Therefore, natural selection occurs independently. Since natural selection occurs independently, they become genotypically and phenotypically different. You start with the genotype because it is the genotype which determines the phenotype. So they become genotypically and phenotypically different in such a way that if you bring them together and you mix, you remove the river and you mix them, you make them mix, they cannot interbreed to produce a fertile offspring. And then you tell us that they have become new species. So you tell us the house flies have become new species. So that's how you explain it. It can be a general question, or they can give you an example of what to use. So there was one population of this, the gene flow was there. So the population is divided into two subpopulations, and then by a geographical barrier, you tell us, don't just say geographical barrier. And don't say two population divided into two population. If you see there are three of them. Then they're saying that the population, they're saying that there is no gene flow between them now. They experience different environmental conditions. Therefore, natural selection occurs differently. If natural selection occurs differently, they become genotypically and phenotypically different. Even if you remove the barrier, that is the river or mountain or lake or whatever, it could be a box or it could be a road, depending on which type of organisms are those. Even if you remove the river and you let them mix, they cannot interbreed to produce a fertile offspring. Therefore, they have become new species. Guess what? In this case, this color and this color does not resemble any color of this. It means that the two of them have become new species. Yes. But if one color resembles the original one, it means that now it's only one which has become new species. And what makes the one to keep the same without changing? It means that when it's separated, the environmental condition this side is resembling the environmental condition before they split. Therefore, for them, they did not change. But these ones, the other side, they changed because the environmental condition was different. Show us the notes for speciation. Oh, you want to take a screenshot. All right. Okay, let me clear up, and then I show you the notes for the screen for the speciation so that I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna take a screenshot of my notes. Okay. Take a screenshot, because what I care about is not the notes, is about you passing. Take a screenshot so that you see all the different colors in this booklet, this distinction material book. All the different colors means a marking point. You leave it on your own risk. Aha. All right, we continue to the next point, the next question. What are they saying? Describe how bacteria became resistant to antibiotics. Describe how bacteria became resistant to antibiotics. It can be bacteria, it can be mosquitoes, it can be HIV. How did they become resistant to antibiotics? Guys, when you go to the hospital and they give you medication that they say that these are antibiotics, make sure that you take all of them until everything is done. All right. Describe how bacteria became resistant to antibiotics. Someone is saying that the accent is making me not to concentrate. Concentrate on what? What are you concentrating on? All right. Which accent are you talking about? Your accent or my accent? Don't worry. Tell me where are you coming from, so that I speak in isiZulu or Tswana or Pedi or Tonga, or which one should I speak? Which one do you want? All right, concentrate in faith, because I cannot speak in Tswana because we have Zulus here. I cannot speak in isiZulu because we have Pedis here. I cannot. All right, we continue, guys. How is antibiotics become ineffective to the bacteria? Or how do bacteria become resistant to antibiotics? So what you do is the same story. At first, there is bacteria produce large number of offspring. There is variation among the bacteria. Those which are resistant and those which are not resistant. But don't just say resistant to what? Those which are resistant to antibiotics and those which are not resistant to antibiotics. Those which are resistant to antibiotics, yes, those which are resistant to antibiotics, what happens? They will survive in the first application of the antibiotic. And those which are non-resistant to antibiotics, yes, they will die in large numbers. Those which are resistant to antibiotics, they will reproduce and pass the allele for resistance to the next generation. They don't just pass, they pass the resistant allele for that condition. They pass the allele for resistance to the next generation. So after many generations, the population of this bacteria will have much proportion of resistant bacteria than non-resistant bacteria. Therefore, the antibiotics will become ineffective. So that's how you're supposed to explain it. It's the same story with the DDT. These mosquitoes, how did they become resistant? These mosquitoes, they produce a large number of offsprings. There is variation among the mosquitoes. Don't just stop there. You tell us the variation. Those which are resistant to DDT is an insecticide. It's like a doom. And those which are not resistant to DDT. Okay. Sandiso. Okay, it's from Eastern Cape. Hey, Mpumelelo is from KZN. All right. Hey, Madani is from where? I know you. Haibo. All right. So Haibo is what? Which language is that? Okay. All right. You're saying that there is variation. Mosquitoes produce a large number of offsprings. There is variation among the mosquitoes. Those which are resistant to DDT and those which are not resistant to DDT. In the first application, mosquitoes which are resistant to DDT will survive. You see, they survived. While those which are non-resistant, they die out in large numbers. You understand? Those which are resistant, they will reproduce in large numbers and pass their allele to the next generation. They pass their resistant allele, their allele for resistance to the next generation. So it means that the next generation will have a high proportion of mosquitoes which are resistant. You understand? Therefore, the mosquitoes will, the DDT will become ineffective to mosquito. All right. Done. Last question. Describe the evolution by natural selection. You see those three questions, ne? Hey, they kill you, Mbafetu. They kill you. You see, this one, these three questions, they kill you. So please, don't confuse them. They're saying that describe the evolution by natural selection. Describe evolution by natural selection. You start by saying that organisms produce large number of offspring. That's point number one. There is variation among these organisms. Which variation? You tell us that some are better adapted to live in environment, while others are not. Meaning that some have favorable characteristic, but you have to tell us which characteristics that. I'm going to give you an example. Unless the question comes like this. Some have favorable characteristics, while others have unfavorable characteristics. Those which have favorable characteristics, they will survive and pass their allele for favorable characteristics to the next generation. While those which have, don't have favorable characteristics, they will die in large numbers. You understand? So those with the favorable characteristics, they will pass the allele to the next generation, yes, and eventually the next generation will have a high proportion of organisms which have favorable characteristics. So it's like this one is also describing evolution by natural selection. Explain how did Darwin explain how did he explain the evolution of tigers? Before, these tigers had not stripes, okay, maybe, or before the tigers had stripes. So tigers produce a large number of offspring. There is variation among tigers, those with stripes and those without stripes. Those with stripes, so it means that they are able to camouflage, they are able to hide. So their ability to hide, yes, because they have stripes, they can hide in the grass, they're able to catch the prey, so they survived, meaning that they have a favorable characteristic. So don't just say it has favorable characteristic and you don't mention it, so it becomes a problem. And then those tigers which have a favorable characteristic of stripes, they survive, they reproduce in large numbers, they pass their favorable characteristic to the next generation. While those which have no stripes, they were being seen by the prey and then they ran away, so they died of hunger. You see, after many generations, the generation had more proportion of tigers with stripes. So you explain this in terms of natural selection. When they ask you which principle is explained, is that, don't say principle of Darwinism. We say principle of natural selection, not Darwinism. All right. I thought I'm done with this question. Okay, this one is the same question, trying to okay, let me give you 1 minute to tell me the answer. 1 minute. All right. Let's find out. Let's find out what are they saying here. Let's find out. Okay, they're saying that mutation occurred within a population of squirrels, and they're saying this population was then separated by the river. Many years later, it was discovered that the original population had undergone speciation. This process of speciation is shown in the diagram below. All right, we see it. Define a population. We know the population. We know the type of population. What is population? They're saying that other than sorry guys, you know why I'm laughing at you guys. When we are at genetics, people are saying, I need help with the evolution. Now we are on evolution, people are saying, I need help with the genetics. Hi, Bo. All right, the genetics we are done. All right, let's continue. Other than population, other than mutation, give 3 causes of variation. Random arrangement of chromosome during metaphase, random fertilization, crossing over, mutation is already mentioned. So you can talk about any other type of causes of variation. Random mating, yeah, we're supposed to do randomly mating. When the time for you to get married, you just, when you see someone, you just grab married. No one say, what, me I want a one tall or small or big, what, random mating. All right, anyway, that's random mating. We continue the next question. Explain what is the effect of purpose. Explain what effect the process above has on the biodiversity. No. Explain why there are eventually more squirrels on the with the mutation on one side of the river. Why? Where is the mutation? Why do we have a lot of them? These ones. It means that these ones are able to survive. So the mutation made them to get adapted to the environment easily, and they outcompete the one without a mutation. You understand? And then therefore they survived in large numbers, and they passed that gene for the mutation to the next generation, and then the next generation they had the mutation. Explain what is the effect, the process above has on the biodiversity in this ecosystem. It leads to the extinction of this. Check. Yes, the number of these species decrease, or they become extinct on this side. And also this one, the black one, they became extinct. You understand? Yes. So it reduces the biodiversity. It reduces the what? The biodiversity. Okay. We are saying that explain what effect. Explain what we are done with that. It is discovered that species A and B were separated. Species A and B were separated. Species A and B, okay, were separated. Describe what can be done to confirm that squirrels belong to the different biological species. Bring them, mix them. If they can't interbreed to produce a fertile offspring, therefore they are new species. Yeah, bring them, mix them. If they can't do that, then automatically they are different what? Different species. Yes, so that's what it means when it comes to that. So now it means that, guys, welcome to evolution. Welcome to evolution. So let's talk about evolution. Let's talk about evolution. All right. Let's talk about evolution. Let's talk about evolution. So we are saying that. Just a moment, guys. The first question. Who can help me with the first question? What is the family to which humans belong? To which family do humans belong? They belong to a family Hominidae. They belong to a family Hominidae. They belong to a family called Hominidae. That's the family to which humans belong. Did you know about your family? My family is Hominidae. Yes, now you know your family. Next. Give two similarities do humans share with other primates based on the forelimb. So here you look at the forelimb. The question is asking you about the forelimb, only the forelimb. Look at opposable thumb, free rotating arms, nails instead of claws. Is only looking at the forelimb. It means that when they bring the question, make sure that your question, your answer is answering the question the way it's being asked. So don't just rush because they have given you a question and for you when you are just answering. Yes, Kelly is yes, Hominidae, correct. You got it right. You got it right. We got the next question. What is the difference between the cranial capacity, or what is the relationship between the cranial capacity and the intelligence? Whoa, what is the difference between the cranial capacity of human and apes? Basically here the cranial capacity is, for the case of human, is a little bit larger compared to the apes. But how is that related to the intelligence do humans have and apes? So apes have a small cranial capacity. So it means that the more cranial capacity you have, the more brain cells you can accommodate, you understand? And then the more brain cells, the higher the intelligence. So those who are using distinction material book, this is what they are trying to show, that you have to relate it to the body size. That cranium, part of the skull, yes, is a part of the skull. The whole thing is not a skull, it's a cranium. So it means that humans have a larger cranial capacity, meaning that you have more brain cell compared to the body size. You understand? And if you compare this with the apes, it's much more larger. And this suggests that humans have a greater intelligence compared to the apes. Then we are saying that the next question is asking you, people are asking me about the phylogenetic tree, okay? They are saying that tabulate difference between the, okay, don't need that. Tabulate the difference, this one, not birth. The difference between the human and the African apes based on the skull. It means that now you look at the skull and you tell us what is the difference. All right, let's start. Flat face, sloping face. Large cranium, small cranium. Less protruding. The jaws are less protruding. This one more protruding jaws, meaning that these are prognanthus, while these ones are not prognanthus. All right, because prognanthus means more protruding jaws. We see that the chin is well developed. Let me clear it up so that you see it. The chin is well developed. Check it. Here, aibo. No, it's not well developed. Look at the canine. The canines are large. Here they are small. Look at this. Looks like to be C-shape. Here is a rectangular shape. So you look at those. Position of foramen magnum is in a more forward position. You understand? Here is in a more backward position. So you have to add that word more. You add that word more forward position, while the other one is in a more backward position. So you can look at differences there and then you give according to the question they have asked you. For example, if you look at this question, you can see that you can look at it. If they bring it in this side, so you answer the question according to the aspect of the question, according to the aspect of the skull they have brought it. We go back to the next question. Name 3 factors that lead to bipedalism. You talk and explain them. You talk about the shape of the spine. That is S shape to allow flexibility. That's number 1. You talk about hey, thank you so much. I've seen someone talking about, please don't write canine like this. 0. You get a 0 with eyes. 0 with eyes. Canine. Please write the canine properly. Don't write canine, K9. Thank you so much, the person who has written it on the chat. Then we are going to say that Yes, we say the shape of the spine is S shape to allow flexibility. Let me show you so that you know what I'm talking about. These are the factors they're talking about in bipedalism. Yes, the shape of the is S shape to allow flexibility or shock absorber. The pelvic girdle is short and wider to support the upper body weight. Yes, short and wider. Hey, short and what? Wider to support the upper body weight. Then they're saying that the foramen magnum is in a more forward position to allow the spine connect vertically. To allow the spine connect vertically. To allow the spine connect vertically. To connect vertically. So that is what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to answer in that regard. So we got the next question. What are advantages of bipedalism? What are advantages of bipedalism? The advantages of bipedalism is, what are we saying? The advantages, we talk about you can see far, you can hold things, you lift your body from the ground, from hot substance, you can show your genitalias, organs, so that you are they are well displaced, they are well displayed, so that we can see them, baba. The sex organ are shown properly. So, yeah, this one I don't go. Yeah, this one, yeah, I can accommodate. So they are well displayed, so that mating is easy. Hey, bipedalism. You are joking. Hey, God loves us, ne? All right. Everything he does, they see, show that, yeah, God loves you. God loves us. God loves us. All right, we continue. Anyway, I'm not a pastor, and I'm not a sheikh that I'm preaching. All right, we continue. All right, I'm seeing a lot of things here, man. All right. We continue. The next question. They're saying that, what is, give two evidence other than fossil for hominid ancestry, meaning that give two other evidences. It means that don't talk about fossil, so they want you to talk about the genetic evidence and then the cultural evidence. Remember, cultural evidence, we only talk about it in the when you're talking about these ancestors, not out of Africa hypothesis. Out of Africa hypothesis, we only talk about the genetic evidence, and also we talk about the fossil evidence. What is the transitional fossil? So a transitional fossil is a fossil which have the characteristics of the primitive, of the ancestor, the characteristics of the ancestor, and the next generation, or the next the organism which is follows it. Yes, this is the transitional fossil. So if you look at it, it has the characteristics of this and the characteristics of this. So your mother is a transitional fossil, has the characteristics of his or her mother and father, and the characteristics of you. So he's basically having two characteristics of you and his or her father. So an example is Australopithecus sediba or Karabo and Homo naledi. So I think that's it. They say that. Give an example. Someone said Karabo. Yes. Thank you. Yes, your answer is correct. Karabo is a transitional fossil. Advice. Is that a name? All right. Mr. or Mrs. Advice. Yes, your answer is correct. Wait, Karabo, what? Karabo is a transitional fossil buffet. To stop saying Andile, stop saying what. Yes, Advice is advising you that Karabo is a transitional fossil, and I'm also saying that Karabo is a transitional fossil. Yes, is a missing link. All right. We continue to say that. Give the examples of Australopithecus africanus species. Taum child, Mrs. Place, and then little foot. Taum child, little foot, Mrs. Place. Check, Mike, check. Taum child, Mrs. Place, little foot. These are examples of Australopithecus africanus. See, Australopithecus africanus species. Someone is saying that check here. Ne? Yeah. Advice read this. Australopithecus africanus species is Australopithecus sediba is an example of a transitional fossil or species. Prayer. You can't say that you are failing tomorrow when you yourself you are prayer. You can't fail. We are praying for you. We are praying you. And then when you fail, it can't be possible. Ngeke. We continue. We go to the next question. They're saying that who discovered Australopithecus sediba? Read the beggar. Hey, beggar. Read the beggar. Move away from here. All right. Yes, who discovered the Australopithecus sediba? Yes, sediba was discovered by those people. Then they are saying that someone saying that can you do past papers? I thought I'm doing questions which might come tomorrow. You want to do past paper? Oh, okay. I'll do past papers for you. Don't stress. But I thought. All right. We are saying that what is better than this? All right. We are saying that what is the common name for Australopithecus? Oh, we are done with that. What is the common name for Australopithecus Adipithecus remedus? It is Ad. Yes, is Adi, Wadi. Yes. So what is the common name for Australopithecus africanus? So we have 3 of them. What is the common name for Australopithecus afarensis? Is Lucy. What is the common name for Homo sapiens? Modern humans. What is the common name for wise men? What is the common name for Homo erectus? The upright walking man. Upright walking man. Should I repeat? Upright. Homo erectus. Erectus means erect. Your body is erecting. Homo erectus. The upright walking man. You're saying that. What is the common name for Homo habilis? Handyman. All right. We continue. How do we calculate mass and atom? Oh my God. How is dentition show the line of evolution? It means that if you have big or large canines, it indicates that you are feeding on raw tough food. So it means that your brain was not yet developed to know the way in which you can make this food soft. So those which have small canines, small canines, it means that they are feeding on soft cooked food. Remember, it can be cooked but not soft. So that's why you say that soft cooked food. You understand? It means that their brain developed to have a way of trying to do this kind of food to be ready to be eaten. All right. What is the common name for Australopithecus? What someone is asking and I'm not seeing it properly. For Australopithecus sediba is Karabo. Australopithecus sediba is Karabo. So guys, don't forget this thing of dependent variable, independent variable. Explain the mutation. Okay, that was something else. I think the question is gone. Use the theory of natural selection. Explain the higher percentage of lizards in population of 4th generation. It means that using natural selection, you start with the high number, those which survived, and then which have the beneficiary characteristics, meaning that better adapted, they survive. Those which don't have those characteristics, they die. Then the allele for the one which have the favorable characteristics, they pass it to the next generation. So you explain the way I've explained it here, when I explained it here. So if you were not here, please replay, and then Someone is asking, why do I call it Karabo? I call it Karabo because they call it Karabo. You want me to call it what? Okay, saying that why do we call it? Okay, let's call it light up. Mr. Light Up, let's call it light. All right, use the theory of natural. Okay, saying okay, let's go to the pedigree. And we try to smash it down. Or let me use this. They're saying that what is the name of the diagram shown? This diagram. We call it what? We call it a pedigree diagram. Okay, that is point number 1. How many genera are shown in this diagram? This diagram is the same as this diagram. So we start to count. Adipithecus, that's 1. Australopithecus, that's 2. Remember, the genus is the first name. The second name is a species name. So Australopithecus is 2. This is Australopithecus. This is Australopithecus. Paranthropus, 3. Australopithecus. Homo, 4. Homo. Paranthropus, we talked about it. Homo, we talked about it. Homo, we talked about it. So it means that there are 4 of them. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3. It's 4. So there are 4 of them. So the genus here is gonna be 4. So I think you get it. You got it. Have you got it? Yeah. If you don't get it, you think about it. So it's done. It's done. What is the common ancestor of all homos? Common ancestor of all homos. Common ancestor of Homo sapiens and Homo erectus. Let's find out. Homo sapien. Okay, let me clear up. Homo sapien. Here is the Homo sapien and Homo erectus and Homo sapien. When they come like this. You go down. Is Homo ergaster. All right. We continue to the next one. Yes, it's a phylogenetic tree. So what did we say? This is a phylogenetic tree. Did I say pedigree? Nope. I said phylogenetic tree. Okay. All right. We got the next question to our phylogenetic tree. So this is done. What is the common ancestor of all species? It's this one, Adipithecus remedus. Give 2 pairs of species that competed for resources. We need to find out which species competed for resources. You just draw. I see this one and this one and this one and this one. They competed for resources. Check. If I draw a line like this, it means that they are looking for species which existed at the same time. The length of the bar, it shows the number of years it existed. You see, number of bars, the number of years it existed. You see, number of bars it existed. Number of bars it existed. Number of bars it existed. That's what it means. Wabona. Are you there, my people? Oh, someone said you said the pedigree. Serious? I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. You know, sometimes, yeah, you are thinking about something. All right, yes, guys, it is not a pedigree. It's a phylogenetic tree. It's not a pedigree. Thank you so much. If I said pedigree, I'm so sorry. It is a phylogenetic tree. All right, we continue. We continue the next question. Guys, they are saying that I said this is a pedigree for this question. It's a phylogenetic tree. Yes. Thank you so much. Which species first used the tools? Yes, we know that the species which first used tools is Homo habilis. You understand? Homo habilis are the one which first used tools. But guys, Yes, we specified it here that Homo habilis first used what? They first used the tools. Yes, this is Homo habilis. That's why they call them handymen. That's why they call them what? Handymen. But according to this question, are you sure is Homo habilis? Let's find out. Because if the question is just open like that, yes, it's correct, it's Homo habilis. Here they put the tools. The tools are here. They started to appear here. So I draw a line touching the what? It must be straight, ne? Here it shows that Australopithecus, Paranthropus Ethiopicus is the one which first used the tools, because they say the older one tools, this is the oldest, the primitive tools, they came in 2.5 million years ago. Maya, you understand? Maya. So it is that. So in this case, we come back here and then we check. We check here. We see that it's gonna be in this case it's gonna be Paranthropus Ethiopicus. So it's the one which first used the tools. But if the question is just open, there's nothing like this here, so it's gonna be Homo habilis. So please, you need to know this is an application question, because sometimes we bring so that you're able to apply. Like a question can come asking you, when did the fertilization take place in paper 1, and then the day is 17, or the day is 5, or the day whatever according to the question. But we know that the normal day is 14. So it's the same story here. It is an application question. Give the two species that competed for resources. We're done. First use tools. We are done. Which species first walked on 2 limbs? If the question is just like that, it is Homo erectus. That's what we said. Homo erectus. We say that erectus means upright. So the upright walking man. Homo erectus. Erectus. Prayer, you gonna pass. We pray for you that we pass. You pass, you guys. I pray for everyone, guys, so that everyone passes. Everyone deserve to pass. Everyone deserve a good mark. Not only in life science. Everyone deserve a pass. So, prayer, make sure that you go through this video. This is part 2. You also go through the video which is part 1. I'm gonna put a link for part 1 in the description. So when you are done watching this, go back and watch also part 1 so that you link the two. Because yesterday I was so tired I couldn't finish all of it. So make sure that you watch it so that you are able to save yourself. All right, we continue. What did the Homo habilis? When did the Homo habilis become extinct? Let's use this graph. When did the Homo habilis become extinct? When did it become extinct? Let's check and see. Homo habilis. Oh, wait. I didn't show. Which one first used the two legs? We say that it is Homo erectus. But now on this diagram, we see that bipedalism is here. It started here. So I have to draw a line. It means that Australopithecus anamensis is the one which first used 2 legs. You understand? Australopithecus anamensis is the one which first used the 2 legs. We go to the next question. We go to the next question. They are saying that. When did the Homo habilis become extinct? Okay. When did the Homo habilis become extinct? We continue and check and see. Homo habilis became extinct. Okay. All right. Homo habilis is here. So I draw a line. Remember our 0 is here. So it's 0, 1, 1.5 around, maybe 1.7. 1.7 million years ago. It extinct in 1.7 million years ago. So it's done like that. How many years? Oh, I skipped that. I skipped this one. How many million years did Australopithecus africanus appeared? we go back and find out. Australopithecus africanus is here. So it appeared here around 2.9 because the 0 is here, the 1 is here, the 2 is here, 2.5 is there, and around 2.9. So it's going to be 2.9 million years ago. So it appeared 2.9 million years ago. The dotted line looks to be unknown time. So 2.9 or approximately 2.9 million years ago. How many years did Australopithecus africanus existed? Australopithecus africanus. In this case, we have to look at it. We have to look at Australopithecus africanus, the thickness of the length of the bar. The length of the what? Of the bar. For example, Australopithecus africanus, where you is here. So it started here. We said is 2.9. So minus where it got extinct around here, 2.5. So the answer is 0.4 million years. So not million years ago because they're asking the age. How did it? For example, how old are you? You tell me it's 19 years ago. No, you can't say 19 years ago when they're asking for the age. When were you born? 19 years ago. Correct. When did you die? 2020 years ago. Oh, 200 years ago. You died like that. You understand? When did your grand die or became extinct? 200 years ago. How long did he exist? He existed for 95 years. You can say 95 years ago. 95 years. So you need to know that. Send me the number on how to... Stop it, guys. Stop it. I like it. All right. We continue to the next question. Guys. Give the two Australopithecus africanus species. We said Taumchad, Littlefoot. How did the brain size show the trend of evolution? It means that the bigger, as the brain size increase, yes, as the cranium increase, or as the brain size increase, the intelligence, the brain cells are increased, meaning that more intelligent. And then it means that this, if they are linking it maybe to the tools or to the what, this gives the organisms more intelligence to modify the tools. How is the brain size linked to the intelligence or leads to the evolution of the tools? So we see it, ne? So we continue the saying that Australopithecus africanus, yes, Mrs. Place is there, Littlefoot is there, Taumchild is also there. Yes, Kelly. They're saying, give the example of a transitional fossil. In this case, if you are looking at this, we can look at so many transitional fossils here. We see that this one was a transitional fossil, Homo ergaster, because when it comes like this, it formed this and it continued like that. You see? Yes. Even this is a transitional fossil, even this one, because it started from here. Australopithecus anamensis became there. It didn't extinct, it continued. It gave rise to this. You see? And then now this one continued branching like that. So it can be like that. You understand? Yes. We got the next question. What is the next question, or what is the last question? How did the dentition show the diet of the species? We say that larger canines, meaning that the organism is feeding on rotter food, and smaller canines, it means that the organism is feeding on cooked soft food. So that's what you need to explain. Guys, explain how... Someone is asking, Mr. Academy, how to explain the significance of brain size on the use of tools. That's what I've explained, that as the brain size is increasing, the organism's intelligence also increases. You understand? This gives the thought to the organism, or to that organism they're talking about, yes, to what? Hey guys, stop sending numbers here. To become more intelligent on how to modify these tools. For example, if you look at before Shaka Zulu used the spear. Now you can't go to the war with the spear. You understand? Before, you can maybe, before World War, it was what? It was how do they call it? It was these small guns. Once they brought the nuclear guns, the nuclear bombs, now the story changed completely. The stories changed. You understand? So now, as the brain size increases, you also get more intelligent on how to use these tools. So the tools become more advanced. Not saying that as the tools become more advanced, the brain size increases. Nope. It's not the tools which determine the brain. No, it is the brain which determines the intelligence, and then the intelligence will lead to more advanced tools. I think Mr. Academy, you understand it better. You guys, instead of focusing, you are busy sharing numbers. Keep sharing the numbers. Keep sharing the numbers. Keep sharing the numbers. Let's go to the last question. So is this the same question we have been doing? Identify the diagram above is a phylogenetic tree. Hey guys, don't say that I've said it now. Pedigree is a phylogenetic tree. How many genera are shown in the diagram? How many genera? We have one. We have is Homo. We have one. We have two. I see only two. Is this Australopithecus and Homo? Yes, we have two. They're saying that name the species. Name the species. Name the species. Name the species. They're saying that name the species. Name the species represented by X. So you have here, use the stone tools. It means that Homo habilis shared the common ancestor with Homo erectus. Homo erectus, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, Homo neanderthalensis, Homo floresiensis, Homo erectus is here, and Homo naledi. So they shared a common ancestor. So it is Homo naledi. They're saying that which species of genus Homo is the only one in existence. Genus Homo, we look at it, present day is this. So when I draw a line, is Homo sapiens. Then we are saying that name two forms of evidence that would have been used to support the information in the diagram above. Two evidences. So in this case, we can use it as we can use the fossil evidence, and then the genetic evidence. Guys, it's genetic evidence, not mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA is an example. You understand? Genetic evidence, and then cultural evidence. They are saying that name two forms of evidence that would the average cranial capacity of a person is this, and compared to this of Australopithecus. Explain the significance of difference in the cranial capacity. So automatically this one, more brain cells, more intelligence. So it means that the higher the brain cells, the higher the intelligence. So the cranial capacity, it accommodates more brain compared to this one, which is small. So it means that this one is more intelligent compared to this one. So that is it. That's what I showed you in the book at the beginning. They're saying explain how the fossil of Australopithecus africanus species X and Homo erectus used to support out of Africa hypothesis. So guys, how do I state the out of Africa hypothesis? It states that modern humans, it must start with the word modern humans. Modern humans originated from Africa and migrated to the rest of the world. So they are saying that how is the Australopithecus africanus, Homo habilis, and Homo erectus to support out of Africa hypothesis? You say this: Australopithecus africanus and Homo habilis or species X were only discovered in Africa. The word only must be there. Only discovered in Africa. And Homo erectus, the oldest species, was discovered in Africa. That's it. That's it. Which shows that this one, they originated from Africa and they went to the rest of the world. So this is the same thing, but now they just scooped out others. When they ask you to explain the out of Africa hypothesis as evidence, you tell us that fossils of Ardipithecus were only found in Africa. Fossils of Australopithecus, you can give example 1 or 2. Homo habilis were only, you see, also has the word only found in Africa. But when you come to Homo erectus and Homo sapien, you use the word the oldest fossil of Homo erectus and Homo sapien were discovered in Africa. Please take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot so that you are able to okay, we continue. We continue. No, I have my spokespeople here. Ask them. I must even give you a gift. Yeah. Take a screenshot, guys. Take a screenshot before I continue. Buffet too. Take a Trojan. Hey, when are you a Trojan? Virus, dangerous. All right, we continue, guys. When it comes to the mitochondrial DNA, you show us that they originated the line of descent. It was linked to Africa. The oldest female was located in Africa, and that shows that the modern humans originated from Africa and they migrate the rest of the world. The world. Yes. All right, guys. So we got the next question. We continue. All right, to the next question. We go to the last question. Guys, the last question is about, don't forget, I still have a last question. This is the same questions. Genus, state the genus of Adipithecus, Australopithecus sediba. Sediba. It is Adipithecus sediba. Describe the shape of the spine for Homo sapien. We said is S shape. Australopithecus sediba is thought to be a transitional fossil. What is meant by transitional fossil? So we explained it. We said that someone was asking about the same question there. I think I answered it. Say that Australopithecus sediba, Australopithecus sediba means is a transitional fossil. So a transitional fossil is that fossil which has both characteristics of the ancestor and the next generation. So you have to know it. Give the reason. Okay, if they ask you, for example, if I have another skull here, and this skull, let me check here. Okay, let me say that. Let me call this one. Let me call this one 1. This is 2, and this is 3. This is much more developed. This is relatively, and then this is is 4 limbs, using 4 limbs. So if this is a transitional fossil, meaning that this one is in between these two. So they ask you what shows that this one A is a transitional fossil. I will say that this one, the pelvic is not as wide as in C. You understand? And is not as narrow as in B. You see? You are comparing. Is not as this one is not as long as in B, you see, and is not as short as in C. You see, it shows that this one, A, is a transitional fossil. State 2 letters of the pelvis that would be represented. State 2 letters of B that would be represented. That would be represented. That would be represented. State. They're saying that. Yeah. Sir, can we do 6-mark question? We are doing the 6-mark question. Check here. They're saying explain. Explain what, give 2 letters of pelvis that would represent the Australopithecus sediba. Give the letter of the pelvis that would be representative of Australopithecus sediba. Remember, Australopithecus sediba was not, let's check. You check it here. Was not walking on 2 limbs, so it is gonna be capital is a B. So why B? Give a reason for answer. Because sediba was a quadrupedalism organism, meaning that it was walking on 4 limbs. So the pelvis is long and narrow. You understand? Yes. Then they are saying that explain the significance of change in prognathism from sediba to Homo. Explain the significance of change in the prognathism from sediba to Homo sapiens. Why do we have to change the protruding jaws? Why should we have to change the protruding jaws? For example, this. Why should it? First of all, unfortunately, I don't have the skulls here. I'm not using the video. I would have shown you, and then you see. So, first of all, as this thing is changing, and then this one coming up, it creates more space for the brain. You understand? Check here. Ne? There is more space for the brain. You see? So it's because now this thing moves backward, and then this one, the one which one moves in front. So that now I have more space for the jaw. For the what? The shifting of the brain. The shifting of this from the back to in front to more forward position creates more space for the brain also. You see? Yes, it creates more space. So that's why they're asking you, explain the significance of change in the prognathism from sediba to this. So it means that first of all, the foramen magnum moves to a more forward position, from a more backward position to a more forward position, to create space to accommodate the brain. Also, the shifting of this from backward, you see, is shifting from backward. Still, it makes the cranium much more larger, so that now we are able to accommodate the brain cells. So the more brain cells the organism is going to have, the more intelligence the organism is going to be, and then it will going to be evolving to become a more advanced organism. Yes. So that's it. And then also let me leave that. Let me just continue with it. Sometimes I laugh at people's comments, the way they are talking. Sir, is it a must that I must underline the species name? Yes, underline it if you are writing it. Species and the genus, make sure that you underline it so that you are able to write it as scientific names. Yes. They're saying that state the out of Africa hypothesis. Modern humans originated from Africa and migrated to the rest of the world. Name the family to which modern humans belong. We said they belong to Homo sapiens. Which genetic evidence? Use the genetic evidence to use genetic evidence. What genetic evidence is used to support out of Africa hypothesis? We use mitochondrial DNA. Describe how fossil is used to support out of Africa hypothesis. 4 marks. I say that fossils of Adipithecus were only found in Africa. Fossils of Australopithecus and Homo habilis were only found in Africa. Fossils of Homo erectus and Homo sapiens, the oldest fossils of Homo erectus and Homo sapiens, were found in Africa. So guys, that is what you're supposed to write when it comes to that. Make sure, I repeat, make sure, I repeat, make sure you go through all those questions. I know that you're gonna make it. I will be back here tomorrow for finalizing the memorandum, and then you check and see how much have you tried to score. You understand? But I know that obviously you're gonna make it, you're gonna smash it, you're gonna crush it. I don't know which word I should use, but I know you're gonna be the best. Sir, I don't look, sir, does not look like a skull. Oh, the diagram I drew. Okay, it doesn't look like a skull, ne? It looks like a word. Sorry, guys. But I think, guys, I've tried to exhaust. If you know that, guys, you did not watch the first part, I'm gonna put the part in the description so that you click on it and then you watch the first part, which involves the DNA and involves the what? Involves the meiosis. You understand? Involves the meiosis, so that at least now you link them together and you're able to answer the questions. So, guys, I wish you the best. There is nothing I can say. I just pray for you that everyone passes, and I know you're gonna make it, and I know that you're gonna make me proud. And thank you so much for being here for Thunder. Let me know where are you coming from, which school, which province, which what. Thank you so much. Yes, if you have any question, ask before I leave, because it is a live class. I need to know who have a problem or what. Let me know. If you have any problem on any topic, you just type the topic, you end with the Thundereduc, you will be able to get it. If you want the distinction material book, you click on more information there. You will see join. You join, you will be able to access the book. Then prayer saying, yo, please prayer, you're gonna pass. We pray that you pass, and I know that you're gonna pass the paper, because the paper is going to be a little bit easier for you. We pray for you. Terminologies, I've already listed the terminologies. Please, Bloemfontein, Petunia Secondary School, I see you guys. Do genetics. We did the genetics at the beginning of this video. Biosphere and ecosystem, that is grade 10. I did biosphere and ecosystem. Just type biosphere and ecosystem, then you type grade Thundereduc, it will come. Tetelo Secondary School, Siabonga Nkosi, thank you so much for joining us. Dube, thank you so much. Dube, I'm coming to Kwamashu, ne? I'm coming. And thank you so much. Ask Mr. the principal, tell the principal that I said thank you so much for taking care of you. All students from Dube, ne? Dr. JL Dube in Kwamashu, KZN. Hillcrest College, KZN, thank you so much. Bedford View High School, I think that is in Johannesburg. Thank you so much. Limpopo. Hey, guys, thank you so much. I see that you have been from the whole country. You make me proud to see that you guys, you attend. I wish you the best. And if things don't go the way you think, please don't stop. Don't close the candle. You don't know that if one door closes, another one opens. Westridge High School, Chantel, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chantel from Westridge High School. Tell Mom Patricia that we love her so much, and we pray for you that you guys. Where is Vusi from Westridge? I'm done with life science. We pray that you are done with it with a nice distinction. When is grade 10 done? Is already done. Check there on the way on the channel. Boysen Park High School. Is it Boysen here in Johannesburg? Thank you so much. East Bank High School, Johannesburg. Thank you so much, guys. Bopilo Piri. Danko. Neo prayer. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, guys. See you again. Edwin, I think Edwin is here from Soweto. Thank you so much, guys. Amanda. Okay, guys, Dube, I see you. Guys, thank you so much. I really love you. Oh, Leo from Queen's Park. That one is one of my student. Also, thank you so much from Queen's Park. But Leo, who is Leo in Queen's Park? I don't know who is Leo. Leo, Tell me what is your name, because I know all the kids of Queen's Park. I don't know the person called Leo or Neo. Leo MK. Who are you? All right. Thank you so much, guys. I think I'm gonna stop. Ivory Secondary School. Oh my God, guys, I can't finish everyone. Don't leave. Guys, thank you so much. So I'm gonna put the video of the first part and the second part. I will join them together, and then I'm gonna put it as a pre-recorded. Middlelands High School, thank you so much. Oh, Mabunda, my good boy. Thank you so much, Mabunda, for joining from Queen's Park. Randfontein High School. I think I must visit all these schools in Muzanzi. Come there. Unfortunately, it's done. It's done. But I really appreciate it. Where are the people from Skyline? Where are the people from South Hills? Where are the people from Royal Kings? Where are the people from, now I'm talking about all these people. Where are more people from West Ridge? Where are the people from where? Ish, all these people, I need them here. We are supposed to be Mary's Water High School. Wow. Guys, I can't exhaust everyone. But thank you so much. I think I wish you the best. Have a good life. We pray for you. You get a lot of money. You become rich. You pass these papers. You go to your holiday when you are happy. You are not stressed. I pray for you everything in this world. You drive nice cars. You drive everything. Those who want to get married when they grow up, you get nice guys, you get nice ladies, everything I can. Oh, PC from Royal Kings. Wow, you have been keeping quiet. You see, after talking to you, PC, I see you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Sifiso from Dube. Guys, I can't. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you have been here. PC, tell your mother that we love her so much. We love her so much. Mr. Ronald, tell him that we love him so much. Yes, guys, I love you so much. See you again. Because tell your parents, all of your parents, that we love them. We love them. Thank you for supporting you from the beginning of January to the end of this session. See you again when you see me.